Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to perform a complete AWS practical demonstration. We will start by installing the AWS CLI, then explore AWS CloudShell, and finally create and manage an S3 bucket. This lab is very useful for beginners, students, and anyone preparing for AWS interviews. I am navigating to the S3 service from the AWS Management Console. Here, I click on Create Bucket. I provide a unique bucket name and select the AWS region. Public access is unblocked, but also we can use by default, which is a recommended security practice. After reviewing all the settings, I click on Create Bucket. Now the S3 bucket is successfully created. Inside the bucket, we can see that it is currently empty. From here, we can upload files, folders, or configure permissions. So next is to learn about AWS CloudShell. Now the CloudShell environment is ready to use. I can see a Linux-based terminal with a prompt displayed on the screen. AWS CloudShell already has AWS CLI pre-installed, so there is no need to install anything manually. Using AWS CloudShell, I can execute AWS CLI commands to manage resources. For example, I can list EC2 instances, S3 buckets, or IAM users directly from the terminal. All commands run securely within the AWS environment. Here, I use the command AWS S3 ls S3 / demo AI new bucket to list the objects inside the S3 bucket. Then, I remove the contents of the bucket using the AWS S3 rm S3 / demo AI new bucket command. Once the bucket is empty, I delete the bucket permanently using AWS S3 rbs3 / demo AI new bucket. All these operations are performed securely within the browser using IAM permissions, without installing AWS CLI locally. This shows how AWS CloudShell simplifies cloud resource management efficiently. Next, I verify the AWS CLI installation by running the AWS version command. Then, I list all existing S3 buckets using AWS S3 ls. After that, I create a new S3 bucket named Demo AI New Bucket using the AWS S3 mb command. I check the current working directory using the pwd command. And create a test file in CloudShell using the echo command. I list the files to confirm the file creation and upload the file to the S3 bucket using the AWS S3 CP command. Finally, I run the AWS EC2 describe instances command to view details of EC2 instances in my AWS account. All these tasks are executed securely within the browser using AWS CloudShell without installing any local tools. Next, we will learn about installing AWS CLI on our computer. Ensure you have an internet connection and a supported operating system such as Windows, Linux, or macOS. Go to the official AWS website and download the AWS CLI installer suitable for your operating system. Run the downloaded installer and follow the on-screen instructions to complete the installation. Now we can go to Git Bash. The command AWS version is used to check whether AWS CLI is installed. It displays the installed AWS CLI version. If the version is shown, AWS CLI is installed correctly. The export path command is used to add AWS CLI to the system path. It allows the system to run the AWS command from any directory. This is required when AWS CLI is installed but the system cannot find the AWS command. In AWS CloudShell, AWS CLI is already installed and configured, so export path is not required. Next, we can practice on AWS CLI. I configure the AWS CLI using the AWS configure command. By providing the access key, secret key, default region, and output format to connect my AWS account. Then, I create a new Amazon S3 bucket named Demo AI New Bucket using the AWS S3 MB command. After that, I upload a file named text.txt to the S3 bucket using the AWS S3 CP command. I verify the uploaded file by listing the bucket contents using AWS S3 LS. Next, I remove the file from the bucket using the AWS S3 RM command and again list the bucket to confirm that it is empty. This demonstrates basic S3 operations using AWS CLI in a practical environment. So that's all for today. Thank you for listening.